Alright. Hello, everybody. Oh, this is so exciting. My first ever streaming on YouTube. This is fun. This is fun. Okay, alright. I'm really excited. Okay. Let's see what, hi, everybody. So, um, I know I made a video yesterday trying to make sure everything works, and I think what did we talk about? Well, first, apologies for the scuffed audio. I know that didn't come out very cleanly, but yeah, maybe this time it'll sound a little nicer. So I want to do something. Let me do that. And then let me do that. And let me make it even better. Down. Now you just get a really cool looking background globe. Isn't that fun? I wonder if there's a funny way to make it spin. There we are, looking at Antarctica Mal. Yeah, apologies for the scuffed audio in the middle. I'm not sure what happened there, but you know, we'll try to make sure it doesn't happen again this time. And let's see, what are we doing today? Oh, I got all of my passport books out. I was gonna go through them some. So something that, let's see, so I've got a National Parks passport, a Texas State Parks passport, and then a Revolution and Republic Historical Sites of Texas State Park. Now I can have some more information for you about some of the different parks that I showed in the last video, what I've been to, but I haven't, I don't really know anything about. Let's go, I guess, let's pull up the map. Let's pull up the map again and see if it looks any good. That's the go. Back to the Onyx website. Excuse me, I had to cough there. Here we are. Why? Alright. So the first thing, the historic sites is the Barrington Plantation, and that is here. I don't know why. I don't know. The quality of this is showing up so poorly. It's not really something I should be fixing on stream. I guess we'll have to make do with it for now. I kind of want to solve this as we're sitting here. Let me do a little side googling here. Let's see. Duluth, blurry. in OBS. Play recording, how to make it as seen on screen. Well, it's interesting because I think the Google Earth comes in fine if I get rid of, like, isn't this super blurry too? Find an actual city. There you go. That actually shows up as good quality. Fun here. I don't know. It's just like a Chrome thing. Funny. Sometimes look blurry when recording. Up and down movements. Let's try messing with some OBS settings here. Maybe it's because it's over fresh for me. Shoot. That would be. That shouldn't matter on this. Let me artificially change that. Let's see if it matters. Wow, that actually fixed it. What a weird problem. But then it cost my displays. So let me move this back over here and this over there. And then hopefully you people can see. Is it just because it shows up? Interesting. What if we leave OBS here then? Okay, we'll do it like this. Sorry, I'm coughing a lot today. Okay, so it looks fine there. Hang on, let me check one more thing. Just to, you know. Smooth. And here we go. Let me zoom in with this a lot closer. And we're gonna go to satellite imagery. Yeah. Lighting through the monitor to resmell us. Okay, it's still a little looks a little blurry. Interesting. Oh, no, it clears up. It's weird. Okay, well, I'll just leave it like that then. Okay, so, back to what I was talking about. So these sites, that's the Barrington Plantations. Let me read you about that. This is the original home of Anson Jones, the last president of the Republic of Texas. Relocated from its original site a few miles away, the Jones family lived in the plantation for over a decade, farming cotton with slave labor when Texas joined the Union. This living history site is complete with costumed interpreters preserving 19th century farming practices, including working livestock. Experience the daily lives of those who labored in Texas nearly 200 years ago. Okay, that's not. That's really neat. Okay. Let's go through. I'm kind of going alphabetical now. By the box. Let's get to Casa Navarro. So this is here in San Antonio. Casa Navarro explores the life of explores the life of one early Texas. Casa Navarro explores the life of one of early Texas's most influential leaders, Jose Antonio Navarro, through an interactive exhibit at his 19th century home. He was a rancher, merchant, and one of only 2 native-born Texans to sign the Texas Declaration of Independence. Although his sons fought for the Confederacy, Navarro was a proponent of annexation by the Union and a leading advocate for Tejano rights. Interesting. So that is the Casa Navarro in San Antonio. Wow, zoomed out a little quick there. Zoomed out a little quick there. We're gonna go here to the Phantom Battleground. So I can read you up on that. After struggling with intelligence from the field, Santa made the ill-fated decision to lead his men out of Presidio de la Bahia on March 19, 1836. Mexican forces caught up with the Texans, and Shannon was forced to make a stand at the Battle of Cometo Creek. While the Texians fought valiantly, they were outnumbered and poorly positioned. And on March 20th, they were compelled to accept what Shannon presumed would be a conditional surrender. Today, the battle site is here, and there's kind of an interesting thing. So, when you go there, you'll read about the actual site. So there's a little monument here that's Totten Spindle that's been placed in the dirt, and this is where some of the original residents of the town of Santa, not named it back then, identified the site as the battlefield, and we think this is the position that Santa's men were in, where here's the man would have been occupied in this area, and then really battled, but I guess I'm not really and then the surrounding battle would have been here. And the reason that they think that this is the place where it really went down is because this is where all of the like a lot of the old bullets and mostly the bullets were found. Because you think they're gonna be at the position that was the most fired upon. And so a cotton spindle was here for a long time, and then later they built the actual monument. And then there's a little museum underneath this gazebo. Which is interesting. Next thing on the list. Next thing is gonna be the Santhrop Inn. And here is the Santhrop Inn. At the intersection of two major 19th century Texas highways is the Santhrop Inn, owned by English immigrant Henry Santhrop. This stagecoach inn was first built in 1834 as a wedding gift to his wife, Rachel Kennard. Or Kennard. Operating as a boarding house, restaurant, stagecoach stop, and post office, Santhrop's Inn was noted as one of the finest establishments in Texas. Nearly all of the original structures still stand at the end of Main Street in Anderson, which is named for Kenneth Anderson. He was the last vice president of Texas, and he perished at the Santhrop Inn in 1845. Both Presidents Sam Houston and Anson Jones are recorded as regular patrons at this two-story dog trot style inn. Very cool. Very cool. That is the Santhrop Inn. Next is the French Legation. I can't make good French noises. The French Legation in Austin. Here. One of the oldest houses in Austin, the French Legation opened in 1841 as a home and diplomatic outpost for the French Federation to the Republic of Texas. Alphonse Dubois, after France recognized the Republic of Texas as a sovereign nation. The site tells the story of Texas' settlement and the growth of one of the capital city's most vibrant neighborhoods. Wow, okay, so this is the French embassy fly the Republic of Texas. Right in Austin. Very cool. Next, just next. There's Monument Hill. Monument Hill and Bluff. Monument Hill, the Dawson Massacre and Meyer Expedition, huh? The monument marks the tomb of the men who died during the Dawson Massacre in September 1842 and the dramatic Black Bean incident of the ill-fated Meyer Expedition of November 1842. Nearby residents re-entered the soldiers' remains here in a common tomb so they could be honored for their sacrifice. The site also includes a 1936 Texas Centennial marker. And then they have that picture of the actual placard. The Creasy family did its best to care for the grave during their ownership of the property, but suffered from a lack of formal oversight. In 1905, the state authorized the acquisition. Okay, so they don't actually talk about footlights being Dawson Massacre. Let's do a little Googling. Real quick. There's the quick and dirty Wikipedia. This is... Okay, so this was during the Texas Revolutionary War. Carlo sent a band of rangers to draw Mexicans towards the battlefield. At least 1,000 Mexicans moved out of San Antonio to attack the Texans, a separate company. Under the command of Nicholas Dawson, arrived at the battlefield. The Mexican commander sent 500 soldiers and 2 cannons to attack the group. The Texans were able to hold their ground, but once the cannons got in range, the fatalities found quickly. Dawson realized the situation was hopeless, raised a right flag of surrender, and the side of war. Both sides continued fire, and Dawson was killed. The battle was over. After an hour, it ended with 36 Texans dead. 15 captured, 2 escaped. At the front, Caldwell's men had repelled the Mexican attack and inflicted heavy casualties. The Mexican general was forced to retreat to San Antonio. Interesting. So there you get a little history there. From Monument Hill. That's the garage, the things. Presidio La Bahia, we talked about before. Also in yeah, but now I can show you a view of the Presidio. There's the burial monument there. And this is Zaragoza's house right here. So the Presidio was established in 1749 during the Spanish colonial period. It was crucial to your development of Texas, witnessing the filibustering expeditions and playing a role in the Mexican Revolution and Spain. The Presidio was the site of the Goliad Massacre in 1836 and marked one of the bloodiest chapters in Texas' quest for independence from Mexico. It followed the shocking Texian defeat at the Battle of Colado Creek and prompted the rallying cry, remember the Goliad. This was the fort that Sandon's men fled prior to fighting the battle. And next one we got San Felipe de Austin, Stephen F. Austin's Mexican Texas colony. Which one's which? Oh, it says Stephen F. Austin State Park's right next to it. Yeah, okay, we talked about this. Stephen F. Austin laid out the first town he established in Mexican Texas in the fall of 1823. San Felipe de Austin would serve as the headquarters of Austin's colony until it was destroyed by a fire during the runaway scrape in March 1836. Today, the site preserves and shares the story of Austin's colony and lead up to the Revolution through a visitor center museum. Cool. So pairing this with a trip to Stephen F. Austin State Park will give you a pretty tonal picture of what was going on there. Cool. Alphabetically next, we have the San Jacinto Monument. And you stand means that I'm one day closer to never. The decisive Battle of San Jacinto resulted in Texas' independence from Mexico in 1836. There you go. That's all they really say about it. Keeping it simple. And Laporte. Then we go back to Washington, or the Star of the Republic. There it is. Star of the Republic Museum. State Representative Gessman introduced the bill in 1865 for the construction of Worthy Museum. at the birthplace of Texas that would be the Star, Punnett Star. The Star of the Republic Museum opened in 1970 and is the only one of its kind dedicated to the history of the Republic of Texas. I bet they got a lot of cool artifacts in there. Then we have the Zan Fog Plantation. Watkins of the Varna Fog Plantation. Over here in West Columbia. Settled in 1824 by one of Texas's first colonizers, Martin Varna, and developed as a sugar plantation by Columbus Patton. This site became Santa Anna's prison after the Battle of Santa Ana. Santa Ana was secretly moved from this site and transported to the United States, eventually returning to Mexico. The plantation was later owned by Texas Governor James Hogg, furnished by his philanthropist daughter, Emma Hogg, or Ina Hogg. It's written I-M-A. I'm not trying to make fun of her. It's Emma, maybe. Visitors can explore Mrs. Hogg's outstanding decorative arts collection. Cool. Telling about the enslaved people who lived and worked on this property. Where was the first guy's name? Martin Varna. Trying to decide if I go on my German spiel or not, that Martin Varna was German. Was Martin Varna German? Does Bruno Mars is gay? That's always a funny one to listen to still. Alright, next. Washington on the Brazos. The official buildings here. One, the town of Washington. The Texas Declaration of Independence was adopted on March 2nd, 1836. In the days that followed, the first construction was written, marking Washington as the birthplace of Texas. From 1842 until 1845, Washington served the Republic of Texas as its capital. Today, the historic site rests where Washington once flourished and is the home of the replica of the Independence Hall, the Star of the Republic Museum, and the Bennington Plantations. And there's a list of other sites that are not in the passport, but are other sites of significance. Let's see here. Edden, the Bush Family Hall, or the Caddo Mounds. I have seen the Caddo Mounds in Nacogdoches. Confederate Reunion Grounds, Eisenhower's birthplace, Fort Grissom, Fort Lancaster, Fort Martin Scott, Fort McCavitt, the Fulton Mansion, the Goodnight Ranch, the Iwo Jima Monument and Museum. That's in Fredericksburg. And that is a very interesting World War II museum to go see. Then Creasy Brewery, which is next to one of the other monuments that we've seen in here, ATR. It's right by Monument Hill. The Landmark Inn, the Levy Jordan Plantation, the McGethan Home, Mission de Morris, National Museum of the Pacific War. Oh, that's the one. Okay, where's number 17? Oh, okay, the Iwo Jima Monument's down the valley. The one I'm in Fredericksburg is the National Museum of the Pacific War. And then they call it the Nimitz Museum. Old Socorro Mission, Palomito Ranch Battlefield, Port Isabel Lighthouse. That's on South Padre. I was gone to see that one before. And there's a whole thing about the lighthouses up and down the coast. I've seen there's a whole detail of it in Rockport about these significant lighthouses that are along the coast of Texas that you can go see, and they're really old, and some of them are still standing despite the many hurricanes that have been through. Sabine Pass Battleground, Sam Belmexi House, the Sam Rayburn House, and there's a Lake Sam Rayburn too, and the Star family home. All very interesting. Texas historic sites. I was thinking of one other thing. Yeah, because it was like semi-related to... Oh, I remember what I was going to talk to you about. It's over here on the coast. It's had its foul. I could have sworn I could have found this. And let me type it in. And the people, yeah. Oh, no, not Indiana. We're going to Google Earth. We're going to Google Earth instead. Indianola, Texas. There it is. Okay, so it's right underneath Port Ecot, or above. So, this is Indianola. It's a little tiny town. It's basically not even there. Oh. But there's a neat little history about the, this Indianola was, Galveston, before Galveston ever existed. It was the main port of the Texas coast, and it was the biggest hub for a lot of German immigrants that came through into Texas, and they worked their way up from Indianola to towns like New Braunfels and Fredericksburg and all these little German towns in Texas. They all came from Indianola. And it was huge, and then it got hit by back-to-back hurricanes and never rebuilt. But there are some interesting sights to see. There is Courthouse Micah, which used to be the historical Micah for the city. And where is the camels? Well, this is also significant. So, this is the LaSalle Monument. LaSalle sailed through this strait here. LaSalle sailed through this strait. This was cut later. But we came up through here and landed at Indianola. And one of his ships crashed and sank right here in that Matagorda Bay area right in front of Port O'Connor. And they found that ship and dug it up, maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, and had it on display in Austin at the Bob Bullitt Museum. So I got to go see the thing, which is really cool. And there's a monument to LaSalle up here. And, you know, like kind of commemorating his landing. And I would have to follow the road to figure out where the camels are. I'm kind of just looking for it because it's not like a big site. It's not here at the LaSalle Monument, is it? No, it's a little further down, but there it is. Mr. LaSalle looking over Lavaca Bay. Alright, wait. I'm not oriented correctly. Hang on. I gotta get out of 3D mode. There we go. There we go. Hopefully y'all can see this okay. Hold on. Now, where were we? We were looking for the camels. Is that here? That might be right. Yeah. If not, we'll just follow the road. Yeah, keep going. Just Google Earthing the road. The way back. It's not close to there. There's that historical mark too. It's not here, is it? I feel like it wasn't that far down. There we go. I don't know. I really want to find this. Because it's funny looking. He didn't want to check out some camels. Is it here? Because it's along the beach. One of them. This is very important, guys. Very important that I know where these stinking camels are. No, that's just riprap. Maybe. Maybe. Are we getting close? Nah, I think we're getting further away now. Is it before the bridge? Nah. I don't know where the camels are. And then what? Cute. This points out Indianola. Well, anyways, there's a marker of the soldier leading some camels, and the reason that it's significant is because during World War II, we brought in a bunch of camels from Africa because we thought they could help us during the warfare, and they shipped the camels into Indianola and they trained them down here on the Texas coast for a bit, and then they brought them up north somewhere to do more mountainous training because they thought camels might perform better than horses. Interesting. Well, there you go. That's all the stories that I have about that. Next on the docket we have the Texas State Parks passport. And for this one, all I really cared about looking at was any of the places that have double stakes. I'm just gonna kind of flip through Brazos Bend, Bushra, Caprock, Choke Canyon. So Choke Canyon's only one. Okay. Cooper Lake is a double stamper. Cooper Lake at Doctor's Creek and Cooper Lake South Sulphur. So let me bring this back up. Where are my Texas State Parks? And we want. This is not alphabetized. I think Cooper Lake's right here. That's Copper Breaks. I should just look it up. Here is Cooper Lake State Park. Oh, okay. So there you go. So here's the Doctor's Creek unit, and then there's the South Sulphur unit, and they have two different visitor centers. And the regular Copper Breaks, Dangerfield. Okay, Devil's River is just one stamp, even though it's got two territories. So that clears that up. Excuse me, pardon me. Devil's Sinkhole and Chad Rock. Estero Llano Grande. That's just fun to say. Park Goner, there's my stamp for Ghana, Goliad, and Goose Island. I've hit a lot of the G's. I've been to Government Kingdom. I haven't gotten my stamp yet. So that's kind of funny. Lake Fox, San Lam, Lake Casablanca. So that Texas State Parks passport doesn't have like information on that instant like that on Deagle synopsis. Lake Somerville. Okay, I might actually know where this one is from memory. Give me a chance here. Boom! No! It's around here. That's Tyler. Citrus Creek. Mission Tejas. Fort Pocket. Why is it not up here? No, I'm not even close. It's around here. Come on. Lake Somerville. Yeah. So there's two stamps to get here. Okay. So this is Babbax Creek's unit. And somewhere. Yes. Where did he drive on? Where's the road? Oh, right here. Nails Creek's unit. Okay. So Lake Somerville's got two things to it. I might yet hold this map still. Because my wheel is up flying. Lockhart, been to Lost Naples, been to Meridian, Sand Hills, Mustang Island, about to go to Palmetto, been to Blossom Kingdom, fun name. Here's another one, Ray Roberts Lake. I have it marked all the way down here. So, this is the Johnson branch unit up here. There's a stamp for them. Complete Jordan unit. Johnson, Lornat. There's the Isle de Bois. So the two stamps are for Isle de Bois and the Johnson branch. So here and there. Even at Foster, we elected them. Village Creek, and that's it. Okay. Alright, so there's only what, 3 state parks that you can get double stamps from? Cool. And then I have in my national parks passport a couple of things. The national parks passport's kind of funny. It's organized. You're supposed to put national stamps in the front and regional stamps in the back. And you get the national stamps as a mail order per year. I don't entirely understand what they do, but it's not the same as getting like a stamp, like a wet stamp. But because it's a big oven space, I put my Arandis Wildlife Refuge stamps in there, and I stamped them way too hard, and now they're all blurry. And they like bled through 2 sheets. It's a bit of a mess. And then I have to go to the southwest region for my regional stamps. And let's read off what they have here. So in the southwest region in Arkansas, they have Arkansas Post, Buffalo National River, Fort Smith, Hot Springs National Park, Little Rock Central High School, and that's it. Oh, and P. Ridge. In Louisiana, they have the Cane River Creole National Historic Park, Jean Lafitte National Historic Park. I've gone to the Jean Lafitte Museum. That was pretty cool. He was a pirate, and he was a pirate all over the Gulf, and then he became a privateer for the War of 1812, and he fought in the Battle of New Orleans, and his treasure is buried somewhere in Louisiana swamps, and no one's ever found it. That's a fun thing to go see. And then the New Orleans Jazz National Historic Park. In New Mexico, you got the Aztec ruins, Bandelier National Monuments, the Kaplan Volcano. I've been to the Kaplan Volcano before on a trip all the way up to Colorado. Carlsbad Caverns I'm about to go to. The Chaco Culture National Historic Parks. El Malipas. El Moro. Fort Union. The Gila Cliff Dwellings. Pecos National Historic Park. Petroglyph National Monument. Salinas Pueblo Missions. White Sands, which I'll go to. And that's it. Oklahoma's only got 2 national things. On the Chickasaw National Reservation or National Recreational Area, and they have the Washita Battlefield National Historic Site. Texas, you got the Alabates Flat Quarries, Lake Amistad, Big Bend, Big Thicket, Chamizal National Monument, Fort Davis, the Guadalupe Mountains, Lake Meredith, LBJ National Historic Park, Palo Alto Battlefield, Rio Grande, Wild and Scenic River. Rio Grande Wild and Scenic River. Technically, the whole Rio Grande counts as a national place. There's nowhere. I don't know where you're supposed to get the stamp for that. It's not like a set look. I guess you get it in Big Bend. It's marking it as like the location is in Big Bend. So but I don't have the scenic river stamp and the San Antonio missions. You know, I have stamps for the Texas White House and Stonewall, Fort Davis, there's the Kaplan volcano, my first trip to the Padre Island National Seashore for Little Turtle stamp, and then Big Bend. Oh, I do have the Wild and Scenic River stamp. Ooh, I'm cool. I'm cool. There you go. Alright. I need some more pages. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's just a lot. I've already told you that there's a lot here. I don't know. Do y'all want me to read through the rest of the national park places that you could go to? I don't know. Let's see here. So the first region. Come on, get me out of there. The North Atlantic. In Connecticut, we have the Weir Farm, National Park, Appalachians, something national site. Grand Corner, St. Croix Island, St. Croix Island, St. Croix, Massachusetts, Adams National Historic Park, Boston African American Historic Site, Boston Harbor Islands, Boston National Historic Park, Cape Cod, Frederick Lawn Olmsted Historic Site, JFK Historic Site, Longfellow Historic Site, Lowell Historic Site, Minuteman Historic Park, New Bedford Whaling, Salem Maritime, Saugus Ironworks, Springfield Armory. I don't know, that's a lot. It's a lot in Massachusetts. New Hampshire, St. Gaudens National Historic Site. New Hampshire gets one. New York has a lot. New York has a lot. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things that are on Long Island. Well, technically there's like 10, 11 things on Long Island. Possibly more. There's a lot of them on Long Island. African Burial Ground, Castle Clinton, Eleanor Roosevelt, Historic Site, Federal Fire Island, Fort Stanwix, Gateway Recreational Area, General Grant Museum, Hamilton Grange, home of Franklin D. Roosevelt, Martin Van Buren, Historic Site, Sagamore Hill, St. Paul's Church, Saratoga Historic Park, the Statue of Liberty, Roosevelt Birthplace, Roosevelt Inaugural Historic Park, Upper Delaware, Scenic River, Scenic something. It's SRR, Scenic something River. Vanderbilt Mansion, and Women's Rights National Historic Park. And in Rhode Island, there's one saying Roger Williams Museum. In Vermont, they have one saying Marsh Billings Rockefeller National Historic Park. And that is the North Atlantic region. The embedded Atlantic region, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Virginia, West Virginia. Oh, come on. What state is that? I'm embarrassed. Maryland! Right? Yes, okay. I know what Maryland is, guys, I swear. In Maryland, Antietam, Assateague Island, Chattahoochee Mountain Park, Chesapeake and Ohio Canal, Flora Barton Historic Site, Fort McHenry, Greenbelt Park, Hampton Historic Site, Mauna Kea Bridge, maybe it's National Bridge in the Piscataway, Potomac Heritage, Thomas Stone Historic Site, that's it from Maryland. New Jersey's got Innocent Historic Site, Gateway Recreational Area, Morristown, and that's it. Pennsylvania, Hegamy Portage Railroad, the Delaware Water Gap, Edgar Allan Poe Historic Site, Eisenhower Historic Site, Flight 93 National Monument, North Necessity, Bridge, I think, Friendship Hill, Gettysburg, Hopeless Furnace, Jonestown Flood, Steamtown Historic Site, Upper Delaware River, Valley Forge, and that's it. Virginia, the Appomattox Courthouse, Arlington House and Robert E. Lee Museum, Assateague Island, which I guess covers a couple of states. The Booker T. Washington Monument, not to be confused with Booker T from the WWF. Cedar Creek, Belgrove, Colonial Historic Parks, Fredericksburg, Spotsylvania Country Battlefields Memorial, George Washington birthplace. He's from Virginia. Yeah, he's from Virginia. George Washington Museum, Great Falls Park, Jamestown, Maggie L. Walker Historic Site, Manassas, Petersburg, Richmond, Shenandoah, Wolf Trap for the Performing Arts, or National Preserves for the Performing Arts. That's an interesting one. They definitely get creative there. And then we got West Virginia, Mount Mama, Titan Hall, Country Roads, Bluestone on the Galilee River, Cooper's Ferry, and the New River Gorge. And that is it for the Mid-Atlantic, y'all. National Capital Regions. This is everything that's in D.C. Constitution Gardens, Ford's Theater, FDR Memorial, Frederick Douglass Historical Site, the Korean War Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial, LBJ Memorial Grove, Mary McLeod Bethune Council House. Got you what that is. National Capital Parks, the Mall, National Mall, Fed Post Office Tower, Rock Creek Park, Thomas Jefferson Memorial, Vietnam Memorial, Washington Monument, White House, World War II Memorial. In Maryland, the Fort Washington Park, and in Virginia, the Theodore Roosevelt Island. That is the National Capital Region. Lots to do in the nice. Moving on to the southeast, in Alabama. Horseshoe Bend, Little River Canyon, Russell Cave, the Tuskegee Airmen Historic Site, the Tuskegee Institute Historic Site, that's Alabama. In Florida, Big Cypress, Biscayne National Park, Canaveral, Castillo de San Marcos, DeSoto, National Museum, Dry Tortugas National Park, Everglades National Park, Fort Caroline, Fort Matanzas, the Gulf Islands, Timacan Ecological and Historic Preserves. And Georgia, we have Andersonville, the Chattahoochee, Chickamauga, and Chattanooga National Memorial Park. Oh, those are two separate. So Chattahoochee River, and then the Chickamauga and Chattanooga Park. Oh boy. Cumberland Islands, almost a Cucumber Islands. Fort Frederica. Fort Pulaski. I need to stretch my back. Hopefully not lose my place. The Jimmy Carter Historic Site. Kennesaw Mountains. Martin Luther King Jr. Historic Site. Uckbaldy National Monument. In Kentucky, we have Abraham Lincoln Birthplace, the Cumberland Gap, the Mammoth Caves National Park, and that's it. There's only 3 things in Kentucky. Mississippi, we have Bryce's Crossroads, the Gulf Islands, Natchez National Historic Park, Natchez Trace Parkway, and the Tupelo National, I think it's bridge. You know what? I'm looking it up now. I don't know what NB stands for. It's probably in the back. Oh, National Battlefield. Wow, that's embarrassing. Because I do recognize like Tupelo. I've heard of Tupelo as a battlefield. Wow. Well, I've been saying that wrong for a while. National Bridge. SRR was Scenic and Recreational River. Messed that one up. What's MEM? National Memorial. And NM is National Monument. I see. Jimmy Carter Historic Site, Kennesaw Mountain, blah 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 blah. We run Mississippi. Tupelo, Battlefields, and Vicksburg. In North Carolina, Blue Ridge Parkway, Hatteras, Cape Lookout, Sandburg, Raleigh, Guilford Courthouse, Guilford, almost said Gulliford, Morris Creek, the Wright Brothers National Memorial. I got it right this time. In Puerto Rico, the San Juan National Historic Site. Yeah, one thing in Puerto Rico. And South Carolina, Charles Pickney, Tongaree National Park, Cowpens National Battlefield, Fort Sumter, Kings Mountain, 96 National Historic Site. It's literally the words 96 National Historic Site in the town of 96 in South Carolina. Interesting. In Tennessee, Andrew Johnson Historic Site, Big South Fork, a lot of letters. Fort Donaldson, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, Obed, Wild and Scenic River, Shiloh, Stones River, and in the Virgin Islands, we have Buck Island, Christiansted, Salt River Bay, and then Virgin Islands National Park, and Virgin Islands Coral Reef. In the Midwest, Lincoln Home in Illinois. This is in Illinois. The Lincoln Home, George Rogers Clark, Indiana Dunes, Lincoln Boyhood National Memorial. In Iowa, we have effigy mounds, the Herbert Hoover West, and that's it. The effigy mounds and the Herbert Hoover Historic Site. Kansas, flat middle of America, Brown versus Board of Education site. Flat Larned, Fort Scott, Nicodemus Historic Site, Tallgrass Prairie. In Michigan, we have Royal, Keenaw National State Park, Pictured Rocks, Sleeping Bear Dunes. In Minnesota, we have Grand Portage, the Mississippi River, St. Paul, that's the Mississippi River, Pipestone, Voyagers National Park. In Missouri, we have George Washington Carver S Monument, Harry Truman Site, Jefferson National Expansion Memorial, Ozark River, Ulysses Grant Site, Wilson's Creek, Battlefield, and Nebraska. I guess Nebraska is more middle than Kansas, but they're both pretty middle of nowhere towns. And terrible football teams. Terrible football teams. Agate fossil bends. Okay, well now I have to go to Nebraska. They have fossils. I love fossils. Homestead National Mall of America. Oh yeah. Niobrara, Missouri. Scenic River. Scotts Bluff. And in Ohio. Cuyahoga Valley National Park, Dayton Evolution Heritage Historic Park, First Lady's Site, James A. Garfield Site, Fopwell Culture Park, Perry's Victory and Peace Memorial, William Howard Taft Site, Animus Wisconsin, home of the Cheeseheads, Apostle Islands, Bayfield, Apostle Islands, and St. Croix, Santa River. Oh. We covered the Southwest region already. Now we're on to the Rocky Mountains. Colorado. Bent's Old Fort, Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, Colorado National Monument. Claire Conte National Reserve, Dinosaur National Monument. Fluorescent fossil bends, the Great Sand Dunes, Hovenweep. Mesa Verde National Park, Rocky Mountain National Park, Sand Creek Massacre, Yucca House. And that's Colorado. Montana, the Bighorn National Battlefield, Bighorn Canyon Glacier National Park, Grant Coors Ranch, Little Bighorn Battlefield. In North Dakota, Fort Union, the Nice River Indian Villages, and Theodore Roosevelt National Park. In South Dakota, Badlands National Park, the Jewel Caves, the Minutemen Missile, Mount Rushmore, the Wind Cove National Park, and Utah, Horseshoes National Park, Bryce Canyon National Park, Canyon Lands National Park, Capitol Reef National Park, Cedar Breaks, Glen Canyon, Golden Spike, Natural Bridges, the Rainbow Bridge, Timpanogos, Tennies. Zion National Park. In Wyoming, Devil's Tower, Fort Laramie, Fossil Butte, the Grand Teton National Park, John D. Rockefeller Memorial, John D. Rockefeller Jr. Memorial, and Yellowstone National Park. Gotta love the Rocky Mountains, man. National Park, Haven, and the Western region. We got Chandler and Arizona, Canyon de Chelly, Casa Grande Ruins, Chiriquoia National Monument, Colorado, Coronado National Memorial, Fort Belly, Grand Canyon National Park, Hohokam National Monument, the Hubbard Trading Post, Montezuma Castle, Navajo National Monument, Oregon Pipe Cactus, the Petrified Forest National Park, Pipe Swing, Saguaro National Park, Sunset Crater, Tonto National Monument, Tumatikori Historic Park, Tuzagut Monument, Walnut Canyon, Wetback, oh boy, monument in California, California knows how to party. Cabrillo National Monument, the Channel Islands National Park, Death Valley National Park, Devil's Postpile, there's a Selena O'Neill Historic Site, Fort Point, Golden Goat, John Muir Historic Site, Joshua Tree National Park, Kings Canyon National Park, Lassen Volcano National Park, Lava Beds, Manzar Historic Site, Mojave Preserves, the Bureau of Woods, Tentacles Monument, Point Radars, Redwood National and Scenic Park, Rosie the Redwood World War II Homefront Historic Park, San Francisco Maritime Museum, the Santa Monica Mountains, Sequoia National Park, Whiskey Town, Shasta, Trinity National Recreational Area, Yosemite National Park. In Guam, I didn't think about this, but we have in Guam, more in the Pacific National Historic Park, and Hawaii we have Faleakala National Park, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, Tanau'upapa National Historic Park, Kaloko Ponokuahu National Historic Park, Pu'u'san National Pu'u'anu Funau National Historic Park. Then Pu'u'ku Uhula Pu'u'ku Iao National Historic Site. They just put every vowel into that one state. The World War II Valor and the Pacific National Monument. In Nevada, Great Basin National Park, Lake Mood. And in American Samoa National Park, of the American Samoa. And that was it. And one more region to go. Alaska and the Pacific Northwest. No shortage of parts here, my goodness. These people are loaded. Alright. In Alaska, we have oh, good lord. Alangnate, Wild River. Aniakchak National Monument and Preserves, Bering Land Bridge, taped Cape Corusan Stern National Monument, Denali National Park, Gates of the Arctic National Park, Glacier Brownie National Park, Katmai National Park, the Kenai Fjords National Park, the Klondike Gold Rush Historic Park, Kolakbau National Park, Lake Swart National Reserve, the Noatanak National Preserves, the Sitka National Historic, Turmeric Langle and St. Elias National Park, Yukon Charlie Rivers, and that's Alaska. And Idaho, the City of Rocks, Craters of the Moon, Hangman Fossil Beds, Miniconda Internment. Oh, I wonder if that's where we put all the Japanese people during World War II. I bet that's where that is. And Nez Perce Historic Parks. In Oregon, Crater Lake National Park, Lewis and Clark Historic Park, John Day Fossil Beds, Oregon Thames. In Washington, Lake Roosevelt, Debbie's Landing, Fort Vancouver, Klondike Gold Rush, Lake Chelan, Mount Rainier National Park, North Cascades National Park, Olympic National Park, Ross Lake, San Juan Island, Friday Harbor. Oh, San Juan Island is in Friday Harbor, and the Whitman Missions National Historic Site, and Washington. And that is it. That is every site that is in the National Park Passport book. My goodness. Can't believe y'all made me read all of that. Oh, boy. Oh, I need a breather. I need a breather. Hang on. I need to get water. Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm back. Here we go. Okay, I don't have a ton of time left to other stuff. What else could we do? Oh my goodness. Oh, like yawning like crazy. It's a good steamer liberal steam liberal Irish. A lot of games on here, a lot of games. I'll start the most played game, Civ 5. Second most played game, Round 2. Total Round 2. A classic. Let's point out Man, I don't even know. Oh my goodness. I swear I can't stop yawning. What's something I can play mindlessly without playing Anakin Chime? It's always like the tough part. It's like, wow, I'm gonna play something quick. I don't know. I find it. Yeah, I look at that. Like a couch card. That would be something that did merit some quick play. Let's do, you know? Let's do some con. Let's do you embarrassing. I don't have it installed mod. I don't play it on PC yet. I would play it on Xbox. I should probably just do whatever you want. It'll be fine. Let's just see. How long would it take? If I put it in it's loud, I'm running out of space in my gangster ass. Oh my god, it's gonna take forever. Oh, no chance. 10 whole minutes? I can't make it 10 whole minutes. Oh no. Okay, what do I have that's already with Nala? That's not even old. Okay, let's play. Let's play a little bit of Banished. Let's see where I've left off. But for Banished, let me put the didn't capture upon right? And want it to capture like this. Huh. But I also need me. There you go. 10th Banished. Well. Let's see, I think I lost. Let's get back my wait, I don't want that. I want this. Yes. There you go, and I can turn this down. And I have best in my background music. Let me know if it's like too loud for you guys. But shouldn't. That's a load. Some frozen town. I haven't checked this in a while. It's been a minute since I played this game. Forgive me for being rusty. What in the world was I trying to do? I'm at my time 10 speed. So yeah, people are flying around. I started out here. I think this is my original settlement area. What is... Okay, I need to remember what to look at here. What am I looking at? Firewood? Yeah, because it's winter, but people should be burning coal. Which I think they... what else? That's stone, that's wood, that's food. There's a lot of food. That was the thing. I keep trying to do, like, stockpiles of alcohol. And, what is this? Oh yeah, we're full up on... There's no one to work the stone mine because I don't need any stock. I think I was dropping some population for a minute, man. Look at this guy in the forest thing. I guess this dude could be a vendor. Yeah. Man, what? Alright, let's see. So what am I flying? Field tyrant. Cherry trees, walnuts, chestnuts, apples. That's a cemetery. Livestock. That's being maintained. That's my backup connect for whenever I wanted to put the disease. The collard trees. Cotton, hops, corn, potatoes, wheat, beans, coochers, lambs, apples. This is another foresting area. This is another foresting area. Wheat and corn and potatoes. I remember this. I was trying to manage if I could get enough people to work these farms, because the wheat is all going to bring here. And I think I'm lost. I think you're still here. There I am. Yeah, I was still bringing here. Let me make sure. This is still coming through. Looking on my video. Or is it really blurry? So is it better if I move this over here? Looks like it. That's interesting. Anyway, I may pull that over there. Over here. So it seems like I have to leave the thing up on this screen. Which is interesting. But what if I pull it over here? Does it become blended? Let's see. I think so. It's just strange. Well, I will figure that out later. Back to the game. I like just watching management games like this. Firewood guy don't has anybody working firewood, and a bunch of laborers popped up, so let's chop some firewood then. Yeah, let's see what we've got here. Building our Opportunisaurus, their woodcutter. Nice. 6 of 6 woodcutters. There we go. Laborize. They can be put in the vendor. I guess it's not the end of the world to have a few more miners. We're not heading east down, so none of that's relevant. I think everybody else is lined up. Hooray, we all had doubts. My stone cutting operation is not taking place because my upgrading of these houses. That's a biome. That's a vendor. Oh, and a trader is here. Does he want to trade? He's got pepper, peach, venison, dried mushrooms, chicken, milk, berries, cherry, barley, pear, potato cake, and what? I mean, I should buy some cake. I think 800 cakes. So, what is that? Hang on, I should do math, I swear. There we go. Yeah, I'll take your cakes. Anything else? Nah, that's it. I'm not sure people will appreciate the cakes. Firemen always the easiest thing to trade. I keep forgetting that you ending my numpad to scroll with it. This always one mouse. And mouse. Here's my dairy cattle. And then that's chicken, sheep. This is, yeah, we weren't, we got 97%, 91, 62. Where's my yield chart? Not the gang. Because I don't think I have quite enough to work in these fields yet. I think we can up each one now. Because I have enough people to spare the label. And we can go back to being everyone can get pulled from being a vendor. We're in late summer now. Let's watch it season and see what happens. How much sooner are we starting? Because they have to finish it before the picture counts. Let's see if they finish the harvest on time. Now we're in regular autumn. Problem is, some of these people have to come to my ways of life. And that can take them a while, because I've crammed a lot of people into these houses, but they can't all sit. I've got like pseudo apartment complexes here, late autumn, and the winter, and the rest of the crops you're feeling. Okay, so I need one more round of people on these fields. And that'll get him working. Get back to work, says May. And my food storage is way up, and my Thunderwood collected on. And one person's cold. We shouldn't be cold. We should be placing a lot of coats and stuff. So I shouldn't have an issue there. Yes, move to you too. Burn through our firewood rather quickly. Oh, we have stored alcohol. Yeah. It won't last a year though. Yeah, textiles loaded. Totes, wine, tools, great. Plenty of. Are you producing iron and coal? You're producing coal. Where's my other mine? You're making iron. You're making coal. Seems like that's going at the right pace though. Wearing out these firewood gas. The tailors are rolling. Anybody dead yet? No. I don't think there's a shortage of any people here. So we'll just keep upping the vendor count. And now we watch the planting season take place in the spring. Let's see if I've got enough people to plant and harvest the fields this time. Look at them go. Town simulators and stuff like this are always interesting to me. Oh, that's my school. There we go. The corn is a rippin'. I lost a miner. So sad. Still collecting a lot of laborers. I'm in the stage of the game where this stuff is really rolling. In late spring, we're doing good. What does this guy want? Sorghum seeds and pumpkin seeds. I think I already have all of that. Do I have pumpkins? Yes, I have pumpkins. I don't think I'm harvesting any pumpkins. But I have them. Sir. I could place an order if there's something. I think I have everything as far as seeds go. So I think I'm good on Mr. Trader there. Boarding house. These are all some small homes and a couple of large houses. This is kind of my old town square, and this building they call Sire. Very dramatically. That was entertaining. I never really pay attention to if I'm getting all the yield I really need out of some of these places. Let's add a labor to the tree of the slimes. these guys should be going in. Chestnuts, apples. Apple core. All of them are more. Bite that apple to the core. Early autumn. Regular autumn. Oh, finished it. So it takes 7 people to work these chickens before winter. Oh. You have. Okay. Scrolling through them would be entertaining. I had to see about my seals. I mean, these guys are getting their full yield in. I think just to work that. Trees. Like another person demands a large pastures. I think 3 people on each. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really affect it much. This we are growing out here. Lands at capacity spare. I lost a barber. Oh no. Well done, there's a new barber shop. That's 64 people working this thing. Well, that's rather incredible. Potatoes, corn. These got enough to grow. See, what am I not growing? And my general foodstuffs. I'll remember how to check. That's that. That's that overall then it's I don't know, but I don't think I'm growing wheat, potato, corn, oats, cotton, potato, corn. Oh, that beans. I don't have like food. I don't have enough foodstuffs that aren't just wheat and corn. It's relatively fun here. More potatoes, more corn. That's all just really heavy food production. Cabbage. Squash. Peppers. You can get a lot of variety out of pepper. Yeah, I don't like cabbage. I don't really want to grow cabbage because I don't like cabbage. Let's grow peppers. I think 30 people are necessary for this field. Was that really correct? That's a lot of people to work that young. I've only got 7 here. What's... Well, maybe it is. Then clank this down. Do you? Then out some more. Until we get enough people into farming. And we're just gonna be a town that produces a ridiculous amount of peppers. And somebody's this place. Medieval food store? Fisherman, forester, anybody else? I think that just counts as part of the vendors. Yeah, does this whole farm get cleared in time? We're in early autumn. There's no way this gets cleared in time. We're in regular autumn now. This field might be cleared. This field I don't think is gonna get cleared. Let me check my calendar for things that I need to do today. Motive. We're in full autumn now. Wow. Sure enough. Wiped it out. Right on time. Damn, that is a massive food production. Well, next season we'll have lots of peppers to add to it. And I think I was in the process of another, I built a whole neighborhood thing here for all of those people that live. What is it? Oh, bags. Cut. All the trees down. So that the infestation doesn't spread. Let's see. Foresting, thistledown, watermelon, forsaking, wedding quagers. What's out here? School, bocce place. This is one of the newer areas that I built. And the little bridge. I guess no one's working it because it's full. But the traders should be running between HUDs, brain silo. This is like a whole township here. I actually built this up to look kind of cool. Cemetery not full yet. Always important to check. Peach orchids. And then a lot of people live right here. Schoolhouse, foresting lodge to keep the trees growing in this area. And then, where was I headed next? Get some nice creative house designs. A lot of people live here that work predator fields. And what was the next plan? Go across the map here? I think I was pushing this way for that lake. What's here? Oh, that's right, I made a canal. Isn't that cool looking? I have a little waterway connection between my roadies. Fun. Okay, well I think that's it for today. Oh, my camera probably cut out. Let me see. Yeah, that's annoying. I don't have a very good camera, so I probably lost model connection somewhat. Anyway, thank you guys much for watching. I don't really have a fixed schedule, and I'll just check back in. I'll be online every now and then. Thank you here again for stopping by. I'm Naut Sofa, your outdoor adventuring VTuber with a lot of ventures to come up soon, so tune in. I'll see you next time.